Here are the top 3 AI penny stocks according to Money Morning that could be the next 10 bagger apparently. Let's dive into that and see if that's true. Coming in at number 3, we have Indie Semiconductor, INDI. They're trading at $2.74 today, and for the end of 2027, I increased their revenue per share to $1.55, which is a 38% upside. I also increased their price of sales a little bit to $2.50. That would give them a price of $3.88, which is a 41% upside. The analyst 1 year for Indie Semiconductor is $5.33, which is a 95% increase over today. That is actually after accounting for the recent analyst downgrades due to cash flow issues and revenue projections. The semiconductor industry growth in the US is expected to do 19% this year for 2025, just as kind of a baseline. Insiders, though, have largely been selling off the stock. If you take a look at it, it's just nothing but them selling it off. So for that reason, I put this as a very high risk, high reward investment. I would put this as a hold, but maybe as a buy if you can tolerate a lot of risk, and I do mean a lot. Coming in at number 2, we have Navitas Semiconductor, NVTS. They're trading at $2.09 today, and for the end of 2027, I increased their revenue per share 57% to 68 cents. I lowered their price to sales to 3. That would give them a price of $2.04, which is a 2% downside. Analysts, though, on average, are projecting a price 1 year from now of $3.25, which is a 55% increase. I'm assuming a 23% growth year over year for Navitas. Some analysts, though, are expecting big revenue growth projections, and so there's just a huge spread. Nobody really knows where these are going to go, specifically this one, just because it's just so hard to tell with stuff like this when it's so small. Just like Indie Semiconductor, Navitas has a ton of insiders selling off, and that's very bearish. That's not a great sign. So for that reason, this is also going to be a high risk, high reward play, but I think it's even more high risk than Indie Semiconductor, to be honest. So for that reason, I put Navitas as a sell. And number 1, I don't know if this was the number 1 pick, but it was the one they listed last. This is Veea. Veea's trading at $2.35, and this is an interesting one because I can't find anything on this. This company's way too small. I can't even find an analyst projection out to 1 year, and the stuff that I can find is pretty bleak. Their TTM revenue is $141,000. They have an $85 million market cap. And for reference, the US semiconductor market cap is $6.6 trillion. Veea is literally just a drop in the ocean, super small. Nobody really knows anything about it, but I did calculate their cash runway, and it's really bad at about like 3 months, maybe 6 if they can stretch it. So that's really not great risk. This is very high risk. However, that also makes it very high reward because it's so small. It does have the potential to really run up that market cap, especially after the recent acquisition. I guess we'll have to see. For that reason, though, just the high risk itself, I have to put it as a strong sell. But if you want to see 3 great stocks that are buys, go check out this video right here. Otherwise, thanks for watching.